Hello, beloved. I am Bishop Andy C. Luter, returning to you again with my video lecture series on church leadership. Listen, it's been my joy and my delight to bring all of these lessons to you. As I say each and every time, this particular curriculum has been designed for persons who find themselves in church leadership on a local level. And so that would include deacons and deaconesses, trustees, auxiliary leaders, stewards, or any other persons who may just have a heart for learning more so they could be more effective in their local church context. I pray that this curriculum proves to be a blessing to you. This lecture will conclude, as it always does, with a series of questions that will help you prepare for a review if that is the custom of your church. Now, friends, it is our hope and even our prayer that this material will prove to be a benefit to you in whatever position it is that God has called you to do. Having said that, let's now get started. Today's lesson is entitled Important Dates of the Bible, Part 2. It's the second of two lectures on this particular lesson. We now come to the New Testament portion of the Bible and dates that are most outstanding in that section. We left off last time with the year 63 BCE, which is about the time that the Romans came to power and made Jerusalem and Judah a puppet nation in the network of their empire. Against this backdrop comes the date 5 BCE, which is when most scholars now agree was the actual date of Jesus' birth. Now, one of the reasons that we have settled upon this date is because of recent research that now seems to verify that Herod the Great, who is mentioned prominently in the Gospels for having tried to murder Jesus, himself died around the year 4 BCE. With these recalculations, we have come to believe that the public ministry of Jesus started somewhere around the year 27 AD. Now, this would allow for Jesus to have a 3-year public ministry that would place his arrest, passion, death, and resurrection around the year 30 AD. The period between 30 AD and 65 AD is the time of the New Testament church's birth and growth. We believe that Christianity was born during this time and that it begins as a Jewish sectarian movement that met mostly in houses and saw itself as an extension of the general Jewish religion of the time. Certainly by the year 35 AD, the Apostle Paul appears on the scene and is responsible for spreading the gospel message well beyond the immediate borders of Jerusalem and the Jews. His establishment of what is called Palestinian Pauline churches accounts for the church's growth and expansion. It should be noted that one of the reasons that Christianity found such a warm reception in Gentile circles is because of the fact that the church in Jerusalem had come under severe attack by mainstream Judaism, as evidenced by the stoning of Stephen. In the aftermath of the martyrdom of Stephen, there was a fleeing of Jerusalem by Christians, which opened the door to it being received by people who the church did not originally target. In 66 AD, a Jewish group known as the Zealots launched a rebellion against Rome that lasted over 5 years. This was called the Jewish Revolt, as it was known, and came to an end around the year 70 AD with the massacre at Masada, where most of the known leaders of the rebellion were either slaughtered by the Romans or committed suicide so as not to be taken alive by the Romans. The importance of this date is found in the fact that the Church of Jerusalem did not survive the Jewish Revolt of 70 AD, which forced the church to shift their focus and attention away from Jerusalem and resettle it upon Alexandria in the west, Antioch in the east, and Rome in the north. Now, this completes the second and final lecture on important dates of the Bible, and here are your study questions for this particular lesson. We begin here. In what year do we believe that King Herod died? Second question. In light of Herod's death, most scholars now place the birth of Jesus in what year? Third question. When do we believe that Jesus' earthly ministry came to an end? Fourth question. What is the name of the group that launched a revolt in 66 AD? And final question. What event brought to an end the Jewish revolt? Listen, friends, I am Bishop Andy C. Luter, and as always, it is my joy and my delight to spend these last several minutes with you. I pray that this material has been helpful, and I so look forward to sharing with you in the next topic in this particular curriculum. Remember, God loves you, and so do I.